All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Diamonds in the Rough podcast. JT is back. We're doing Pat's post-game show. Going to be a little depressing one. And you're cool. You're cool if I take the floor here, right? Need
Go
to
ahead.
say something.
Yeah, I knew you wanted to say something, so feel free.
Yeah.
Good to be back, though. Good to be back.
To all the Patriots fans, you know who you are. You suck. And we deserve to be hated by everyone the way we're acting, and it's disgusting, and you need to fix it. Mac Jones coming off an ankle injury, which did everything he could, truly. I mean, we were thinking 6 to 8 weeks, potential surgery. After 3 weeks, he's back. Given it his all, and everyone wanted perfection. He's getting booed on the first drive. He's getting booed on the second drive. He's getting sworn at. You can hear it on the TV. People are swearing. They're booing him. Zappy comes in. Crowd goes nuts. Absolutely wild. Are we going to forget this first-round pick showed so much promise and brought us to the playoffs last year when no one was expecting playoffs? And we're going to treat him like that? It was just truly disgusting, in my opinion.
I really think it's recency bias, like of the casual fans who are like Patriots fans, but like they just go to the games or like they follow like a little bit. Like Mac this year has not been good, and not at all.
No,
I can see why they're doing that, but in the context of him being a young player, showed great promise his rookie year. It's ridiculous that people are booing him and chanting for Zappy. It's not like I have a hard time with it because I get that people want to see Zappy after proving so much, but it's just so disrespectful to Mac. And how are we messing this up more than we already messed this up? It is continuing to get worse. I had the take last week that I was like, having two good quarterbacks is a good thing. I lied. It's not. It's not a good thing. That was a terrible take, and I'm holding myself accountable. Terrible. Now you can go again. Sorry, that was my rant.
No, I mean, I just hate it, right? Because for my whole life, right, because we were in the greatest sports dynasty of all time, don't think it's a debate, but I'm going to say it. Everyone was always against us if you weren't a Patriots fan, which I understood. Like, why is this team in the Super Bowl again? It's probably very frustrating. You want to see your team. I felt like we were in a position where we could be likable. A bunch of guys who aren't really superstars and whatnot. And now we deserve to be voted as one of the worst fan bases in football. If that's actually a thing that anyone does, put us there. Put us in bottom 5. It's not a competition to me. That was terrible. And I know it's not every single Patriots fan. I do want to say that, but I can't take the text from people of different fan bases bombarding me like it's my fault. I am not them. Don't associate me with them.
Like,
you probably got the same thing.
Yeah, not as much, but still, it was just even on Twitter. Just going on Twitter was so honestly, it was so cringe is the right word. Like you just see all these fans booing him, and it's just the wrong thing they should be doing when we need him to be confident. We need either of them to be confident, and this is not helping.
Yeah, and the final thing I want to touch on with like the fans and whatnot, Mac was a true professional.
Oh,
and you got to give him respect. Zappy threw that touchdown, which was a horrendous throw. Good decision, horrendous throw.
0.
And Mac was the first guy to congratulate him. And he was excited and he wanted the team to win. He truly did. And I respect him a ton for that because it has to be tough. Do you want to actually get into the game now? Because I could go on for so long about this, but people don't want to hear it. I'm sure.
I'm not gonna lie. I turned the game off, John. I was like,
you turned the game off?
After it got bad, they put up that last touchdown. Also, it was Montgomery who I needed.
So you're saying 33-14?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. You watched majority of the game, though.
I was like, not watching the game. Watching the rest of this game.
So you just didn't see like the Zappy's final interception and whatnot, right?
No, I didn't. I saw he threw 2. I was like, I saw the first one, but after that, I was just zoned out. I was like, gonna go do something else.
So do you want me to start with a negative thing or a positive thing, I guess?
There were almost no positives from this game.
I have a whopping one positive if you want to hear it.
It's Matthew Judon because he's an animal.
Yes.
Love him.
And I'm gonna take it a step further because that's what I like to do, make it entertaining. Should we start a DPOY campaign? Is that crazy to say?
No, it's not. I mean,
It can't be crazy to say.
Most sacks in the league, though. Now, I mean, it's
By 1.5.
If he can continue the trajectory he's on, then probably yes. But right now, I just feel like it's so often that it goes to corners because, like, lockdown corner stuff like that. I feel like it's kind of hard for a defensive end like him. I don't know. Am I wrong?
I mean, yeah,
TJ
like
Watt,
TJ Watt, Garrett.
Yeah, but he's not TJ Watt though. He's not putting up those numbers.
Okay, but I mean, not only did he have the 3 sacks last night, he had the batted ball that turned into the interception.
All right.
Like, he's doing stuff that doesn't go on the stat sheet. He's doing plenty of pressures. He's the only guy really pressuring.
Where's he been, by the way? What's going on with them, John? Wise? Dietrich Wise.
He had a bad game last night. But
you really hate their O-line is terrible.
Honestly, I know you want to cry, but Judon was like the only good defensive player. I can't speak on the others because the rest of them were bad, but also to do a negative with Judon. Fields got so many rushing yards because he just refuses to contain him, man. And I don't know if it's coaching, but he was trying to do everything himself, and it just made it kind of worse.
It's all the reverses. It was like they'd run left, and then it would be like, blocker. Then Fields is taken off to the right, and every time Judon just bites on it, and he's gone.
I think he was just trying to do every single thing himself, man. It was kind of frustrating. But we could literally do a 3-hour podcast, like picking how each player did bad, but I'm not going to do that. I think the big thing we need to talk about is why there's tension now.
It's not just tension anymore. It's gotten out of control.
Why there's a fire at the practice facility, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'll I guess explain it. For those who don't know. After the game, Jacoby Myers was not aware that Mac Jones was going to be, swapped out for Zappy, and thought it was very disrespectful to him as a man. Like, he was saying that, like he was really hurt by it. And I think there was some other guys who voiced their opinion on it as well. So, Belichick. At least Belichick. I'm only going to say Belichick because he's the one who says, if you want to blame someone, blame me. So I'm going to blame him. It seemed like he had this in his mind the whole time. And the only reason I believe that, because someone could say, or Mac had 3 bad drives and then they swapped Zappy. Someone could say that. Fair. There were reports early that both of them were going to play. Like, this seemed to be a thing at the beginning. So I wasn't surprised to see it happen. I don't think it was because Mac was playing bad. I believe that, but I think you do need to, especially the offense, make them aware of this because they are impacted by it directly. So that's just really bad on their part.
And like, it's Jacoby too saying it, which just is it hurts so much more.
Exactly.
Like
he doesn't usually like speak up like that.
No, never.
I don't think I've really seen many interviews of him.
That's why I feel like it's worse, though. It's because he's such like an upstanding player, and for him to speak out like that, I was just like, oh wow, we have.
Oh no.
Like, the fact he wasn't informed is so bad. Like, that has to be communicated by someone. Maybe Bill's just trying to be secretive and he's not trying to leak anything. So like, he's leaving it up to game day, and then it just happens, and he's like, oh, what the heck? Like, I didn't know this was happening.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the mind game aspect of it, but it's also like you do have to tell your offense, like before the game, like literally 20 minutes before the game, because who's going to leak it, right? And even if they do leak it, what are the Bears going to do? They've done all their gameplay. It's just
the Bears were ready for it, though. Like, they were clearly ready.
Yes, and I don't want to I don't want to not give the Bears credit. They came to play. They came to win. They were very ready to win.
Especially in that rain. In that rain, ideal scenario for Justin Fields in the open field. Like slippery little fast man. He looked like Lamar last night.
Dude, which is the worst part? Why are we making him look so good?
Dude, like it's just we were just talking trash about him, John. Now he's popping off versus us. I was like, oh, that honestly, one of my that might have been the hardest to watch game in recent memory of since Tom in his last game for as a Patriot threw the pick at the end of the game and we ended. It's probably that level of disappointment and just sadness about the game. It's like, wow, what the heck, man? What are we doing out here? What are we doing? I was
6th row at that game, and I was on the side of the interception. It was bottom 10 feeling probably in the world. I'm going to give you some scenarios, and I want you to tell me which hurt the most. Justin Fields going off. David Montgomery getting that touchdown.
You're already
that
wrong.
Mac Jones interception, or N'Keal Harry getting a catch.
All right, I'm biased here.
Because, rank them.
Well, first of all, it's going Montgomery because in my fantasy league, I needed him to not get 12 points. 12. With that touchdown, it put him at 12.2, which was 0.1 more points than I had, and I lost. He didn't get David Montgomery did not rush again after that touchdown. I lost off the touchdown. Pain, immediate pain.
Okay, so that's one.
I don't even remember the other. Mac touchdown pissed me off because
Mac interception.
He could have thrown that away. He did not need to just chuck it up there to Jonnu. It was such a lob. It was slow. I was like, why?
Which that was the scary part to me. It's like, dude, bad decision, but there are certain QBs that have the arm strength to make that throw, and he's lollipopping it.
It took forever to get the Jonnu, which is why the defender just pulls up and picks it from him. If that was on a dot, if he threw that more laterally or horizontally, he arced it so high up, and I honestly think the rain might have even slowed it down more. So it really looked like it was just taking its sweet time. That was just a bummer.
And then the final two are the N'Keal Harry catch and Justin Fields going off.
I'm not really hurt by the N'Keal Harry catch. I don't really care. Justin Fields going off did hurt though.
Dude, I can't lie. The amount of anger I had when he caught that ball. That's my one. I had so much anger him catching that ball because I was like, and then he's smiling after, you son of a bitch. He was
holding out on us so hard.
You literally ruined a dynasty. That pick ruined a dynasty. And I was so mad. And then 2 was the Mac interception for me. 3 was the Montgomery touchdown, because then 8 messages on my phone, dude, just being laughed at. And then the final was Justin Fields going off.
I'm not gonna lie, the game was so close, and this is why I wish we had committed. I really wish Mac didn't play in this game, at all.
Yeah,
I wish it was just zappy from the start, until you are
no issue
100% healthy on a Tuesday. Fully practiced on a Tuesday, fully taking all the reps, because I heard all week Zappy was taking all the reps. So why are we switching it on? I literally saw a report. It said on Saturday they did all the reps with Mac.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we splitting reps at all? Why are we not playing Zappy? That made no sense.
They thought it was just an easy win and just didn't care. They were like, it's an easy win. We'll just let Mac do his thing, let him get back to it. And it's like, how many penalties is the offensive line going to have? How many blown blocks is the offensive line going to have? Why is nobody open?
One of the most frustrating games all around. Not a single person did well. I saw Cole Strange had a holding penalty. Trent Brown had 4 holding penalties last night. 4 of them. That's 4 penalty killers. That's kills a drive. All 4 of them killed a drive.
He was like, you guys are happy Isaiah Wynn isn't in? Looks like it's time for me to step up.
Like really, like what? Like I know the Bears defense is like pretty good, but like I wasn't expecting it to just shred us.
It was 85. It was 86 Bears good, dude.
I don't remember. I don't know anything about the 86 Bears.
It's time for conspiracy theory time.
Oh God.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
say it. Do the Patriots coaches want Zappy to be the quarterback? Because I need someone to explain to me why as soon as Mac goes out, we got wide open receivers everywhere.
Yo,
Someone needs to explain it to me.
I texted you this as soon as Mac like was playing poorly. I texted you this immediately. I said, "Why are we not running the same plays
Yeah.
that Zappy gets when Mac is playing?" I think the sequence was like we ran it on first down, got nothing. The second play was a screen that got snuffed out, and then third down was just a bad pass. And it's like, okay, what?
Yeah.
You would never have done this with Zappy.
That was like the second drive. First drive was run first play. Didn't do anything. False start.
Yeah. Thanks.
He did have a bad throw to Thornton, but it was also a tight window. And then it was like 3rd and 15. It's like there are barely any quarterbacks that you feel good about getting a first down on that. And then like, he doesn't get it, crowd boos, and it's like screw this fan base. Like
Immediately I was so tilted immediately because like it's just so disrespectful to Mac.
and he was trying, man. He's got this bum ankle and he's running
Dude, he
for first
scrambled
down.
multiple. I was actually worried when he was running. I was like, hold on, Mac. I love your effort you're giving right now, but I cannot afford for you to get hurt more. Maybe I could, honestly, at this point. We might need just to play Zappy for the rest of the season.
I think that's the final thing. I mean, a little more. Do you think there's like something going on? Because it was baffling to me that I'm like, they aren't even hiding it. It's just a completely different offense when Zappy's in there. And it's one that works a lot better.
It doesn't make any like I really don't understand the difference in why Mac can't get those same plays because it's like all the throws he's making, they're off like play action and stuff. Mac's great in play action. Why is he not getting it? He doesn't. He hasn't thrown a single play action pass, or he didn't do one at least last night. He did.
He had 1 or 2 last night.
Why are we not? He did.
He had 1, and then
But, like,
Damian
they never
Harris
the same-
dropped the check down.
But it's like the routes, I feel like on Zach, he just has good like structure, like play routes, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah,
like,
no,
opening pockets on the defense.
the
Mac
routes are
never gets
different. I just meant he had a play or two of play action. I remember one of the plays was like 2nd and 10 because there was a run play that just didn't work.
Yeah,
and
classic.
Check down to Harris for 7 or 8 yards, and he drops it. I'm like, this guy, and then he forces the interception. It's like, if Harris just catches it, it's different. It's 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
Ramondre played a lot more last night. Harris got like 2 rush attempts.
I hope it's because he's hurt, man.
Like, I do too, because I have him in fantasy and I am worried. I'm very
worried. It's such a mess. It's such a mess, dude.
I'm saying, how has it got to this? We went from last week on our high horse after beating Cleveland.
I was ready to be like, 7 and 10 might have been bad. Now I'm like, 7 and 10 is looking
10,
pretty spot on.
Now I'm like, my prediction's wrong. We are 7 and 10. But hey, like if we can beat the Jets, maybe we can get the season on track. If we can really, because now they don't have Breece Hall. I don't know what's happening. Every time we play a team, their star running back gets hurt. Like DeAndre Swift.
You're so right.
Dude, everyone. It's literally happened it happened in like the first 3 weeks, and then it's still happening.
Najee played, but he was playing hurt.
Yeah,
week 2.
We have what? Jets, Colts, bye week, Jets, and then the season gets really hard.
And then good luck for wins.
Toast. But realistically, we should beat the next 3 teams, assuming the Jets aren't like this super nasty team that for whatever reason everybody thinks they are.
I can see Zach Wilson throwing 3 or 4 interceptions. I can see the Jets winning, and then the talk just being like, the Patriots don't own the Jets anymore. And then I'm just going to crawl in my bed over here and cry. And
I'd actually never hear the end of it.
No, we wouldn't. It would be brutal. And the reason I'm so mad is because So much of these people who just don't know football were saying the Pats are going to finish last in the division. So many people were saying that. And they have no right to be right. They just have no right to be right about that if it happens. And that's where I'll really be mad.
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly can't understand how the Jets have won so many games. Like they
They
just
just
win.
take care of the football.
Dude, they clutch up though. Like they clutched up against the Browns. The week after that too, they did it again. I don't know how they've squeezed out some of these wins.
Same with the Giants, dude. It's the worst part, dude. These teams we hate are
if
just
I have to hear that the New York football teams, all three of them, I guess Buffalo's not New York, but still, and the Jets, obviously. If I have to hear that all three of them are in the same tier again, I'm gonna lose my mind. The Bills are light years ahead of the Giants and the Jets. And then I think it's still close between them. And I would put those teams at the bottom of the league. They like lose to so many teams, but they've been winning though.
I hate this, dude. We were so happy last week. And
now
as soon as you it was the end of the pod or near the end, and you said, if we lose to the Bears, it's gonna look so bad. You literally said it. I've said we're losing to the Bears. I literally changed my spread pick. I was like, dude, we're losing to the Bears. I was like, there's no way. There's actually no way. All right.
I'm speechless, John. I'm really speechless. Like I just never thought after the Cleveland game that we would have lost to the Bears because the Bears have looked horrible.
I never would have either until you said it. So
what was the other thing I was going to say? Sorry. Go ahead. I'll think of it.
Well, I just have one more thing because I don't think we really want to talk too much more about this because it's just sad. And it's like, what are we going to talk about how much Mac Wilson sucks? And all what I will say is defense looks a lot worse when Duggar ain't playing. He got hurt. And as soon as he got hurt, defense was trash.
How'd our boy Jack do, by the way? I didn't really watch him very much.
I mean, he's still like fourth best in the league and the coverage stat. So like I think he still did fine. It's just like he's still goated, you know, but like but it's just kind of tough because it was like, you know, they didn't have to throw to whoever Jack was covering because I don't know if they did.
Yeah.
Whenever a guy was caught the ball, Jack Jones was nowhere in sight. So I'm pretty sure they said we're just gonna avoid him.
I would avoid him. Yeah, I mean
God, man. So, yeah, we're not going to continue, you know, talking about how bad they did and all that and how sad we are, whatever. I guess synopsis, the fans, you suck, get better. Like, I'm not proud to be considered a Pats fan right now. We need to work on that. Judon DPOY candidate starting the campaign now. It's probably not going to happen, but he deserves some respect, even though he needs to set the edge better and contain and whatnot. Jacoby Myers speaking out is very alarming. The building is burning as we speak. And I guess the final thing, there's only one thing left to talk about, JT. Who's your starting quarterback? He boots up the PC because he's ready to game.
Is Mac actually healthy?
He was running good, to be fair. Is he mentally healthy right now?
Listen, he's definitely not. Until I see Mac clearly outplay Zappy in practice, like literally run the same plays. Like give them the same play call against the defense, whatever defense you wanted in, and see how they like make decisions against the same defense. Literally have a mini competition. It would suck because then they would know. But they really need to figure out who's better soon and play them the rest of the year.
We need to stop this.
It's going to mess it up. It's going to mess up both of their development, or we need to trade one of them.
We need to stop this. And I just thought of two more points that I'm going to say quickly. One is after it was 14-10, everyone's like, you know, hard for Zappy. They mentioned how I guess he went into camp and he was like, I'm here to be the quarterback. They said something like that, basically. Yes, that's what they said. They said this guy has some absurd confidence and all this. And I'm like, that's just going to play more into you guys being like, oh my God, he's Tom Brady, which like, oh my God, every time I want to hear that, I want to
No one's
it annoys me, but never say that. Anyone mentions Brady and Zappy, I'm punching you in the face if I see you. Okay, just gonna say that. So
yeah,
as soon as I said that, I'm like, this is gonna take a bad turn, huh? And then the other thing was Belichick didn't name a quarterback when asked. So we're dealing with the controversy, and it's gonna be hell for a while. And it's gonna suck.
I think they have to go with Zappy, right?
So yeah, that's my thing. First off, I do think I'm not a conspiracy theory person, but I'm making the conspiracy theory. They want Zappy to be the starter. They are fixing the plays so he gets better plays. I don't care if it's outrageous to say. I'm going to say it because we're watching the same games. We all are. And the offense is working better with Zappy, this new offense they're using. And the offense doesn't look good with Mac because it's a trash offense. So I'm going to say that. But for me, it comes down to turnovers. And I know Zappy had 3 turnovers, but I look at you're trying to hand the ball off to a wide receiver. Like, that's just stupid. I know it was Zappy's fumble. That's just a bad play call. Interception at the end. Zappy's trying to force stuff. To be honest, he's just a game manager right now. So, like, anytime he has to, like, make plays, it's not going to go well. And then, yes.
And our run game was non-existent. Like, it really wasn't there.
Everyone knew they were throwing, and
that's when we lose games every time.
which
Anytime we're losing a
reminds
turnover
me.
battle. Huh?
Final thing before we like close it out. The height with Zappy's an issue.
He's short. He's really short. I said that.
Three batted balls or 4 at the line of scrimmage, and one of them became an interception. And I'm pretty sure 2 of them were on 3rd down. It was not a good look because it's like no one's scared of this guy. No one thinks he's a good quarterback. I don't even know if the team thinks he's a good quarterback because they're all defending Mac. It's very alarming to me. Him getting
it's a tough time to be a Pats fan. I'm gonna be honest.
It's a very rough time to be a Pats fan. But I guess, jeez, I don't want to say like Zappy needs to be the starter because then it sounds like I think he should be the starter. When I think you just need to call the same plays for both quarterbacks and Mac will shine better.
I think Mac's gonna play. Honestly, I think Zappy should play, but I think Mac's gonna play. They better play him the rest of the season. If they keep pulling him every game, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's just it. Pick because if you go with Mac and it's more turnovers, his career might be done. You're not coming back because they're gonna bench you.
Again.
The leash is very small because Bill didn't name a quarterback. He's not saying there's no QB controversy anymore. He knows there is. And I think he created it. So I guess if I today had to say, who do I want to be the starter the rest of the year? I'm honestly going to say Zappy simply because Mac got some shit to figure out. He is turning the ball over way too much, and you can't win the amount he's turning over the ball. Zappy has seemed to be receptive to it a bit. I think last game, so the Bears game, I know he had 3 turnovers. To me, like, one of them was just end of the game. Like, Mac had an end of the game interception on the Ravens game. I didn't really care about it. And the fumble was just a bad play call. Why is he handing it off to a wide receiver in shotgun when we have 2 amazing running backs? So I'm just gonna go with that. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't feel good about it, but Mac needs to figure it out. He needs to stop the turnovers, and he needs to be our quarterback of the future because I was not planning on looking at the quarterbacks this draft class.
Well, are we getting a top 10 pick or what?
If we are, then we gotta start looking at the QBs, my friends.
Gonna look at CJ Stroud.
We're trading up. Stroud's gonna be 1, Young's gonna be 2, Will Levis is gonna be top 5. And that's an issue because those 3 are all amazing. And I don't want that Florida QB, to be honest with you.
Then we just take whatever's best available. Maybe an offensive tackle from Northeastern or something. That would be whatever his name is. I've seen him on draft boards already.
Oh, interesting. I haven't heard about that.
We need a tackle. We need another tackle. That should be priority.
We need like the players to like each other.
That's just not happening. You're in the wrong building.
We're planning to extend Jacoby in the bye week. I don't know if that's happening anymore. He's probably pissed right now.
I think Bill's probably pissed. He's going to sit down and negotiate, and he's like, if you ever say anything like that again, you're not getting any of your guaranteed money. Just like totally real with them. Like
he'll be there like, Kraft told me I couldn't cut you. You're lucky.
You're on that special list with Tom.
Okay. We've vented enough.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end it. Not feeling good at all.
Going to New York next week, huh?
Going to New York next week. I don't know who's under center. I think Jacoby should probably play.
Myers?
Throw him at QB, dude.
Let's make this a real quarterback.
Let's make this a real controversy.
You know what? All right. That's
what? I'm here for that boomer, for that base take.
I mean, with that at that point, why don't we just go straight up Wildcat with the two running backs? Like, give me something crazy.
I'm here for it, man.
Imagine what the media would say if we rolled up with no quarterbacks playing.
Dude, here's the thing. I'm like so like angry and sad right now that if they were to do something like that, I would have no choice but to laugh and just enjoy it in the moment. So I'm kind of here for it.
No, I mean, realistically, I think we get like a top 15 pick. I mean, at the trajectory we're currently going,
like 7 and 10 type
like
thing.
If we lose
if we lose to the Jets, we're looking at 4 or 5 wins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if we lose one of these next 2 games, we are in deep water that we will not be able to climb back from. People will get traded.
What is our recap pod gonna look like if we lose to Wilson, then Ellinger?
Actually, yeah, you're right. We won't lose to the Colts, but if we lose to the Jets twice, that's a problem.
Dude, do you want me to clip that, dude?
Oh my god! If I lose to that guy, I swear, Sam Ellinger, you're kidding me.
Oh, jeez. All right, we need to go to bed after this, dude. It's 8:30. We need to go to bed.
Yeah, let's just go.
All right, we're gonna end it. Pats fans, be better.
Be better.
And yeah, we'll see you next week. I can't imagine it's worse. Actually, I can imagine it's worse. There's definitely a world
that John.
We're gonna be sad again next week. So if you enjoyed this, you're gonna enjoy next week because we're losing 45-7 to the Jets. It's happening.
I hope we stomp them. That's all I'll say.
We're absolutely not stomping them, but
why? They don't even have Breece Hall anymore.
Michael Carter's gonna look like Barry Sanders out there.
Yeah, I am playing him this week in fantasy. You know damn well.
James Robinson, they did get.
Yeah, it's okay. I have ETN in another league, so I'm so incredibly happy with that.
Did you trade for him or did you keep him? You traded for him.
Traded Juju for him.
Because if you stuck out with ETN, you got to be so happy with yourself. But all right, we're done. We're wrapping it up. Pats fans, be better. See you next week. Hopefully it's more upbeat, more happy, more good stuff to talk about. But see you next time.